Murmur, Star, good afternoon. The Omu, good afternoon. Gabriel Tactics, Gabriel, good afternoon.
This magic, it drains everything around it.
Echoes of the despair spirit. It's misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
Tactics, how you doing, buddy?
This is log 2. I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid. They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
Here's our second wisp.
These are way different than some of the wisps in Arlathan.
I should like to meet some one day.
I don't know, Professor. Your wisps seem less, dangerous.
Two phones? Nope.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I thought. We must stop it. Who's ever drawing these spirits here? Here, Rook.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh, yes. Mortals are their prime attraction. We've company. Trouble over there.
Good afternoon, Sim.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place.
I've been alright, Sim. Another day in the life. I had a good workout this morning, so I'm feeling pretty good. How about yourself? You been alright?
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
Spend some time in Arthur.
The old elven forest? You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground.
Been up to anything, Sim? Rock on. Month paid off, hell yeah. Where'd you move to? Minimum wage pay for it, but still 15 hours. Nice. Just downtown the road from my old spot. One of the downtown my city. Oh, I got you. Well, congratulations on the new place. I hope you like it. What do you do for work, buddies? Emotional support? I can't read the rest. Good morning. I mean afternoon. Emotional support cactus. Got it. Thank you for the follow, and I hope you enjoy your stay. How are you today? And thank you. It's good to be back. One of 4 chefs at the private dinner club. Surprised it doesn't pay you more than 15 an hour.
This is where
Being a
we'll
private
learn
chef.
who summoned these despair spirits.
And it was great emotional support cactus.
You must open
Stretching-
yourself to possibilities.
Stretching my shins before the workout made a world of difference. Oh, Belle. Oh, fuck. Good to see you again. Yeah, stretching my shins before my workout made a world of difference, Belle. Like, significant difference. I was able to run without significant pain in my shins. Well, without any pain in my shins this time around.
What's it do exactly?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the
Oh,
bell will
you're
vanish
closed for
to
the month, so
fade.
they're paying you for the month off.
That'd
They're only
be
paying you
helpful in
15
our
rather than the 20
but
you
I bet
make.
it only works
Got
here,
it.
doesn't it?
Quite
And
true.
Mom, good to see you.
The bell would be inert outside the necropolis.
Still, I bet the principles could be replicated.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin.
Ugh. Well, yeah, Sam, what games you gonna be playing in the meantime now?
Who brought despair in our midst? Despair? Who brought it here? The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, brother, for
The
a month
colloquial
off.
term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other watchers could the necropolis without it.
Gonna pick up Night Rain this week. Did a run on Elden Ring again to get ready. Lots of COD lately. Lovely. Yeah, Rocket League is incredibly fucking frustrating. It is an unironically incredibly difficult, or simple, but frustrating game. And Mom, how you holding up? I want to like Night Rain more. Roided Out Roach, good afternoon. Thank you for the follow, and I hope you enjoy your stay. How are you today? Well, take it easy, Ma. It is a little weird, yeah. I ain't gonna hold you there on that. I ain't gonna hold you on that one, Sim. It's a little weird. Oh, Belle, it's you again. Fucking hell. Thank you, buddy. It's not. If you got friends to play with, it's fun, but it's not really worth it. And I say the same for Elden Ring Night Rain. No, Night Rain is a miserable game to play with randoms. Awesome to play with friends who know, especially if the friends know what they're doing. But playing it with randoms isn't. It's just. It's awful, dog. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's fucking awful. It is incredibly whack. Not even gonna hold you, Sim. Bell, thank you. Once again. Me too, Sim. I would love to play a third Remnant game. If they made another Remnant, and I hope the fuck they do. I'm playing the shit out of that, my brother. I will be first in line. I don't give a fuck about nobody. I don't give a shit if it's buggy. I don't care. I'm playing it. Bro, same. Playing it, man, I was like, oh, I had to get the DLCs. It wouldn't even, that wasn't even up for debate. It's just that goddamn good. How many handles do you have, Bell? Why 9? Sung Jin Woo, good afternoon. I'm doing all right, brother. How you been? Oh, you be trolling people? Yeah, that tracks. But what kind of debates? What do you be debating about? Do 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 do.
I think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves.
So
in this
politics.
map. If that hand of glory burns down,
Abraham, are you somebody different or no? That's the Abraham. Abraham, good afternoon. Thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay. How'd you like this game? Sim, welcome back. Dumb people that come into your streams, or like, do you go into your sock accounts for dumb people who come into your streams? Yeah, Abraham, I am, what's the word? I am, playing a mage now, Spellblade. And I'm loving it. I don't care for the staff. Ooh. Why everybody got sock accounts? I can't imagine, I cannot imagine making extra accounts for any reasons. Well, that's a generous way to describe yourself. But whatever works. Do your friends do political streams or something? Oh, without the pew-pews. Got it, got it. Well, I gotta ask, Bell, because now you got me curious. Politics has been my thing. Before I became a full-on gaming content creator, politics was my thing. I actually intend to get back into it, you know, talking politics and the like. Making rant videos where I just rant about politics from time to time. I suppose I should warn you, though, in advance. I am a bleeding heart pinko commie lib. Like, full-on Kamala supporting fucking lib cuck. So, if that's not your jam, no hard feelings. I don't want you following me on all these accounts, but you're putting in you're putting in all this effort to follow me, and I'm like, if politics ever comes up, I guarantee you're not gonna like what I have to say. Sim, I used to be sympathetic to that mindset, but not anymore. I'm a full-on federalist and believer in government and what the good the government can do, as well as fully aware of the bad it can do. You get what I'm saying? We need a government, but it needs to not fucking suck. But yeah, Belle, I brought this up because I'm like, you're following me on all these accounts. You might stick around, but I'm like, you hear my politics, it might. I don't want you wasting your time. You know what I mean? I appreciate you caring and wanting to support me, but I don't. I feel like I'm ultimately gonna let you down. You get me? I've got a friend who voted for Trump, for example, and it's not that I can't be friends with Trump supporters or anyone who voted for Trump. They're not necessarily a supporter, but someone who voted for him. It's more or less. It depends on the person. It really depends on the person. Mm. Ugh. Intelligence is relative. It depends on what we're talking about, because let's be real here, Bell. I ain't the smartest cookie in the fucking in the jar. I'm gonna be real with you. I know enough. I know enough to get by, but I'm more than willing to admit when I don't know what the fuck is going, like what even the topic is about, right? So, for example, how should I say? One topic I typically avoid is the Israel versus Palestine debate. I don't know enough about Israel nor Palestine to have much to say about that. You know what I mean? So I typically stay out of that one. Not because I don't want to talk about it. It's just like not really my wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? And right, good to see you. And I'm definitely not gonna speak much about like AI, its utilities, good and bad, because I don't know much about AI. You know what I mean? So I try to stay out of my wheelhouse, Bell. I stay in my lane, so to speak.
Can confirm AI is threatening my job.
It could easily take mine, that's for sure.
Maybe not. Because
Well,
things.
Not the personal aspect of my job, especially not the hands-on IT portion, but the actual purchasing. AI could do it if AI is trained well enough to and can be trusted with billions of dollars in government money. Yeah, it could handle the clerical work that I do, the purchasing part.
Well, you would think that, but the main problem that AI has is attempting to decipher what someone is saying when they don't have the vocabulary to describe what is wrong or what they're trying to do.
Yeah, you have to pick your words wisely, and a lot of people don't. Oh, and on that note, Bell, you say you go after Trump supporters when they get out of line. I don't know if you're still there. I go after people on the left when they get out of line. One of my biggest grievances, it's why I'm not particularly popular, even on the left, being the big old lip cuck that I am, is because even though I am doggedly liberal, liberal federalist type, I don't care for some of the popular narratives among people, among left-leaning people. You get what I'm saying, Bell? For example, one of the most, and I made a tweet about this a long time ago. I said, and I remember it vividly because most people agreed, thankfully, but there were some who didn't. And I got another story to tell you right after this one, so just bear with me here. The first thing I said, the thing I said the first time around was that there is not a anti-white racism in the systemic sense. In the literal, government implemented policy type shit. There's not anti-white racism in that sense, but there is, at least among left-leaning people, a very, very casual disdain for white people that is borderline, if not outright, just full-on anti-white. Like, they just don't like white people. They expect they expect not only less than nothing from white people, but they expect the worst all the time. It's a running joke where you just say bad thing and then just add white people, and it goes viral every time. And I've called that shit out for years. I'm just like, which led to the reason why that's just racism. Because they would try to argue racism is power versus privilege. I'm like, no, racism is not liking people based off their race, off their skin color. That's literally racism. Don't try to redefine that shit. But going into what I was saying, this is why I have the profile picture that I have, my logo, so to speak, is that of a raccoon, Bell. There's a reason why that I have that profile picture. It goes into
Rico, are you a ranting coon?
Yes, bingo. You picked it up immediately. Yes. The what happened was I said that if we really want to do away with racism, right? If we want to be better about racism, I said we need to do away with racial insults specifically. Like a good starting point is to do away with racial insults. You get what I mean? Not insults. I can take an insult and I can dish that shit out. I can talk shit just as well as I can take it. Like, insults are fine. But I said racial insults. We need to do away with those. A lot of people on the left didn't like that very much, especially black left-leaning people got especially pissed at me and started calling me a coon. One guy in particular called me Raccoon Rants. And I told a friend of mine about that, who's an artist, and she got a kick out of it. So what did she do? She drew a picture of a raccoon ranting into a microphone. And here's my therein lies the story of my profile picture. Sorry, I've been talking a lot because I told you there were two cat things that built into this. But yes, there we are. Good old Raccoon Rants. Because I dared to say that, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't use racialized insults against white people, against anybody. Will do. Bell, will do. Shoot me a DM with his @ his @ symbol name or whatever. And Marissa, good to see you again. Yeah. I may be a left-leaning lib cuck, but I draw the line at certain things. Like quite a few things that are popular among fellow left-leaning peoples. And the racism, the uncomfortable amount of racism towards white people, I wasn't digging it. And then the kind of noble savagery belief towards non-white people. I'm like, y'all do know there are bad non-white people too, right? You know that, right? We can be grifters, sellouts, shysters, fucking con men, all kinds of shit, just as well as any white person could. We can hurt people just as well as anyone else could. And Cruising Vibes, good to see you. You're like, y'all do know that, right?
Oh, we've hurt ourselves over the years.
Like, quite thoroughly. So
now, that's the main criticism that I have. Like, I'm sorry that this may be off topic.
Go ahead.
But that's the main criticism that I've had about the black community. It's like, how can all of you tell another race of people to stop being racist towards y'all when y'all aren't even bettering yourselves? You're actually making things worse for you. How do you have the gall to be able to tell that to other people when you can't even handle your own self?
Yeah. But at the same time, one thing I've pushed for people to do away with is the notion that we are accountable for the actions of other people who happen to look like us. Like, I understand what you're saying, but we're not accountable for that. We're no more accountable.
Or for our ancestors.
I am no more accountable for the actions of fucking dipshit in fucking Alabama than they are accountable of me. I have the right to criticize because I like to think I've lived a pretty good life. I've lived a squeaky clean enough life to stand on to put myself on a pedestal and be like, hey, you person, stop acting that way. And then yet, you know what I mean? Whereas there's a lot of people who don't seem to think we all get treated like monoliths, collectives. And why I say Alabama Cruising Vibes, I'm sorry, brother. No shade to anybody in Alabama. There is, how should I say, an unfortunate amount of people who feel entitled to each other with regards to skin color. White nationalists do it, black people do it, everyone does it, where when someone acts in a way that we personally don't like or are offended by, we talk about them as if they owe us something, right? We talk about them as if we've been personally slighted, and I'm like a good example of this is people who get generally called coons and such. I'm sorry, like I may not like a black person who advocates against the interests of my fellow black person, but that individual is an individual. They don't owe us shit. If they want to sell us out to save their own skin, shit, it's shitty. But that doesn't make them a coon. That doesn't make them any less black than me.
It makes him a piece of shit.
It just makes him a piece of shit. You're a fucking sellout. You're not. Your black card doesn't get revoked. You're still black, but you're a piece of shit. You get what I'm saying, Bell?
I'm not gonna lie, it's irritated me how we've gone from like don't judge people on the color of their skin but by the content of their character, right back into judging people based off of their skin. It's like, why did this happen?
Because people are petty. People are incredibly fucking petty. Like that's really what it boils down to. It's just a lot of people are incredibly fucking petty. Always have been. Always have been. Always will be.
And I'll be honest with you, that kind of shit will push me away, from the liberals, from the Democratic Party. Is that kind of shit that pushed me away, because it may seem small in the grand scheme of things, but with the way that I was raised not to see race, not to see color. I was raised to judge people based on the content of their character. That's how I was raised. That's my entire being, right?
Right.
So to see a group of people that I used to align with slowly move in a direction that is against my core beliefs, I can't stay with that. I can't support that. You know what I mean?
I do, but there's an inherent contradiction to what you just said. Mm-hmm. Republicans also engage in identity politics heavily. So
right, they do.
They engage in it just as much. In their case, it's white identity politics. There's a reason why the Republican Party is 99% white people. They engage in white identity politics. There's a reason why they're pushing to remove black people from the military. Because they don't want black people in the military. White identity politics. It'd be one thing if you didn't vote for at all, if you just said, look, both these people are engaged in identity politics and I don't jive with it, but you ended up voting Republican.
Because all my life, Rico, I was raised, you better vote, you better vote, you better vote, you better vote.
But no one pointed out the inherent contradiction in that statement. And someone should have. Someone should have told you, just like, if someone really should have talked to you. You said no one ever tried to talk to you about it, and that's a fault of everyone around you. I'm not faulting you.
It's taboo. It's taboo, damn near everywhere.
Yeah. Nah.
No matter where it goes, taboo in school, taboo in the home, taboo in church, taboo everywhere.
Yep.
Except very tiny communities like this. I'm sorry, Rico. I'm not saying that your community's tiny.
Oh, it is.
In comparison to like
the
rest of the world,
you ain't gotta fucking lie. It is. It's tiny.
Outside of tiny communities like this, you can't talk about it anywhere.
Yeah.
Talk about it at work, you get fired. Talk about it in church, you get kicked out of the church. Talk about it at home, parents say shut the fuck up.
Yep. You get a taboo. You get a taboo. Everyone gets a taboo. That's what Cruising Vibes just said.
And like, exactly. And it's the I really hate this, but it's the truth. Politics affects everything. If you're not talking about it, you are ignoring the biggest thing that affects everything in your life.
Everything and everyone. Hey, it affects all of us. Period. And the reason why people were so, even I was at one point, reluctant to talk about it is because it's hard to talk about something that no one really truly understands. Like, people are very insecure about their politics, so to speak. Very. Because most people are afraid.
For good reason.
For good reason. Because people are afraid of not being able to defend their vote, like who they're voting for and why they vote, or this, that, and or the beliefs that they have. A lot of people are genuinely very insecure about their own beliefs. It's the confident ones to be worried about. The people who are very convinced of their own righteousness are the ones I typically avoid because they are immovable. They are frustratingly immovable. No matter what you say to them, no matter what evidence you present, they are so confident and sure of the righteousness of their beliefs that there's nothing you can say to win them over, even if you try. No matter how long you try, no matter what you say, you'll be there. It's like bashing your head against the wall trying to break it down with headbutts. Like you're wasting your time and hurting yourself in the process. Exactly, Marissa. No one wants to accept that they could be wrong. That's another thing. It's not just insecurity. Being wrong sucks, Ragnar. It does.
Yes, it does.
No one wants that feeling of wrongness. No one wants to, because feeling wrong makes you feel stupid, and no one wants to feel stupid. No one wants to feel like they made a mistake, so they don't talk about it. We just quietly live amongst people with whom our politics do not align in any way, shape, and form. We just quietly do. Because no one really wants...
Politics, I need to look up when the hell the midterms are. Because I forgot.
Next year.
Really?
Yep, next year, November. Look it up, but it's next year.
Alright. Yep, November 3rd, 2026. Alright.
They can't... The midterms can't come fast enough, I swear to God. I will endeavor to talk about politics more. I will. It's exhausting, but I will try.
Enrique, you know what I said before. Like, to me, it doesn't matter who or what is in power. Whoever's the majority, I'm voting against them in the midterms, just simply for the fact that I do not subscribe to a single party system anywhere.
No one should.
Now, I'm not gonna lie though, if they come at me with some crazy shit, like they're pulling some shit out of Mein Kampf, and it's a Democrat saying that, it's just like, I can't vote for that.
You ain't gonna catch no Democrat repeating Mein Kampf, but there's a whole lot of Republicans doing it.
You want to know something funny?
Mm-hmm.
You should look at the story. There was a study done where people had translated Mein Kampf, changed a couple of things, and got it accepted got accepted for some kind of award for a study.
I remember that. I actually remember hearing about that a long fucking time ago. I don't remember.
It's funny as shit.
I don't remember the details, but I remember that. Gene, good afternoon. And it very much is, Marissa. It very much is. But I will endeavor to talk politics more. I will try.
Excuse me.
To open the floor to people to talk about it. To talk about it more myself. Because it's unavoidable.
We found those Venatori.
They have no place in this
Sorry, Rico, you remember how you were talking about the whole I got mine, fuck you attitude?
Yeah.
Politics is like I got mine and I got yours too.
And I got yours too. Patrick's helmet. Thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy your stay. And Gene, I'm doing alright. How are you? Patrick helmet, is that you, Belle? On another sock account? Good lord, brother.
Does Bell just keep getting banned? Is that what's happening here?
No, he just has a bunch of different accounts.
Brother.
Ow.
I'm gonna laugh if he keeps forgetting the password to every single one of them, so he's just like, fuck it, I'm making a new one.
That is entirely possible.
I can see it happening.
We're getting good at this. I am empowered.
Well, I'm glad you apologized, but what'd you cuss him out for, Gene, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, nice.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
Oh, shit. Ow. And Bell, you still there, buddy? And good shit, Gene.
Oh, right, Rico, don't forget the thing.
What thing? Oh, yeah, the budget. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, not just that. The, like, the Steam sale thing.
Yeah.
Because you only got till tomorrow.
Oh, fuck you. Bell, I wanted to say, although I appreciate you praising my intelligence as someone on the left, I... Oh, here we go. And blammo. I can't take that as a compliment, unfortunately. Because there are a lot of intelligent people. But as I was saying earlier, a lot of people are very insecure about their politics. You missed that part. We were talking about that a little bit ago. A lot of people are very insecure about their politics, uncertain, and just don't know all the finer details. That doesn't mean they're unintelligent. Personally, I don't expect anybody to follow politics like I do enough to know, like, everything. At least enough to hold. I expect people to know just enough. Actually, I don't expect people to know anything. I'm gonna be real with you, big dog. Nicholas Lee, good to see you again. But, well, basically I said this person, you need to take your kids to the beach with me because but after that, my friend told me what else to do. There we go. Sorry, multitasking here. Bell, I had a question for you. I don't know if you're still there. And Cosmic, good to see you.
That's the last of them.
But, Gene, let me read what you said. You said, well, basically I said this person, you need to take your kids to the beefing with me because... I think you got filtered, Gene. Whatever the case may be. Bell, my question to you is... what specific, if you don't mind sharing, of course, but what specifically did you vote for Trump for? What policies in particular were you after? Oh, I got you. I got you, Gene.
Hello. Did Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
And Cosmic, how we doing today, buddy?
Sir, there are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the Venatori,
I got you, Gene.
what remains of them will be put to work.
And, what was I going to say? Bell, you don't have to tell me multiple policies. Just pick one. Just to make it easier on you, just pick one thing. Because I am going to endeavor to talk about these things more now. I feel now's as good a time as any to get back into talking to politics.
If we break the Venatori's chains.
Right.
And I will try not to overtalk you. Dylan, good to see you, buddy.
There's one chain.
Excellent.
But don't feel too bad about it. If the person had it coming, then that's all there is to it. Marissa, welcome back.
A fine hit from
Boop. Damn.
We've done it.
Welcome back, Belle. You are back on your original account. Alright, immigration. With regards to immigration, what specifically did you want to see happen? The deportation of gangs and criminals, or of literally everyone? Because as it stands, what's happening is literally everyone is being deported. Indiscriminately. Like, everyone is being deported. Whether they were born here, whether they were in the process of becoming a legal citizen, regardless, ICE is deporting people indiscriminately.
That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
If you are one such person that wants all immigrants gone, regardless of their status, regardless of how they got here, regardless if they were born here, you and I aren't gonna get along too well.
Be ready.
Not because I'm
The
gonna
ritual to
fucking
wake
shit
the
talk
bell
you or
will
anything,
draw
but
Despair's attention.
I think
And any more
that's pretty
Venetorian.
awful.
I'll need you to keep
Like,
them occupied
unambiguously
while I
pretty
work.
fucking awful. Work your magic, Emmerich.
There's the Venatori.
Well, that's the problem, Belle. They're deporting even the people who came here the right way. You just have to, if your skin is brown, you didn't come here the right way. You're not supposed to be here. That's literally how that is literally what's happening.
Venatori brought demons.
Typical welcome.
Actually, you say it's not true. Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you an important question. What is the right way to come here, Belle? What is the right way? Birthright citizenship is the right way for one. That's a thing, but they're getting rid of that apparently. But what's the other right way? The right way to get here. Come here. Well, that's what most of them come through. That's what most immigrants come here for, through ports of entry. The first thing the Trump administration did was cancel the appointments for people who came here through the right port of entry. They like the very. I'll never forget it. The very first day, the very first thing he did after becoming president was cancel anybody who's in the process of coming here. They like cancel their like shut down their appointments. Just I forget the name of the system they were using, but it was on. It, like I remember watching a bunch of Latinos genuinely crying that their appointments got canceled. Like they were here at the port of entry, now they're being told to go home. Not anymore. That matters. Not even when that matters. Good afternoon. I am going to try my best to. And yes, crossing over by Coyote and such is something that's done because you have to, not because you want to. Which is why I'm not opposed to that. It's just like you do what you got to do to survive. You know what I mean? No, undocumented is the right word to be used, Bell. Also, I do apologize. There's a lot going on.
Now what?
Give me a second. Let me fight through this bullshit.
Necropolis shows itself.
Illegals. I've never been fond of the term illegals.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Because I feel like
Let's
that
ensure
misses
these
the
cultists
real
didn't leave
point
anything dangerous
of being
behind.
here.
I'll ask
I
our
don't think you
attendants to
can.
gather their bodies later.
I don't think you can be in America illegally. I can think you can be here without your documents, without any documentation of citizenship. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be here. It just means you need to become a documented citizen. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I don't think you can be here illegally. You can be in someone's house illegally, but the country as a whole, no. I don't need documents to walk into somebody else's. I don't need documents to walk into somebody's house. I need their permission. But you need documents to not just live here, but to engage with this society in a legal way. You need documents. It's like I feel undocumented is the better way of describing immigrants who undocumented versus documented. Whether you came here through a port of entry or you were brought here seeking asylum or you came here via a coyote. If you go to Japan on a work visa, but you overstay your visa, which is the case for most people who are undocumented here in America, by the way. If you go to Japan and overstay your work visa, they can just kick you out, but generally they're just going to be like, all right, well, let's get your fucking visa extended. However long it takes until you become a full-fledged citizen. That's what happens, and that was the standard here in America for the longest time. That was the standard. Like, plenty of people overstayed their work visas. The scrutiny comes from this. We didn't used to fucking jump down people's throats for overstaying their work visas. For the long that was standard. People overstaying their work visas was such a normal fucking thing to do because the process of becoming a legalized citizen and renewing your work visa and this, that, and the third is so fucking long and arduous that it what's the word? We kind of just shrugged it off, just like, all right, well, he's still here. He ain't broken. You haven't broken any laws. You haven't hurt anybody. So who gives a shit? And if you want to criticize that, right? People not enforcing the overstaying a work visa thing, that's all well and good, but that's not what's happening. Like I said, ICE, as it currently is in this administration, the past 6 months, have gone after not just people who've overstayed their work visas. They're going after everyone, anyone and everyone, regardless of they're grabbing people at their court appointments for their to become legal citizens. They're grabbing people at their court appointments. Like, as soon as they walk out of the court appointment, the ICE agent's waiting on you to deport you. They're trying to become a legal citizen, and ICE is rounding them up anyways. That's the problem. That's what's happening. Things that ICE and everyone has in the Department of Homeland Security and everyone rightfully shrugged off for the longest time because, like, if you aren't committing a crime, honestly, who gives a shit? If you're living here and living a good life, working hard and paying your bills, who gives a shit? That's the American way. No one gives a shit if you ain't hurting nobody. Even if you're breaking the law, so to speak, no one really gives a shit. And anyone who tries to act like they've always given a shit is a goddamn liar. They are paying taxes, Dylan. They don't pay income tax, they pay sales tax. They pay every other form of tax there is to pay. They may not be paying income taxes because they're not documented and therefore unable to pay income taxes. They are paying every other form of tax. They are paying into the system that they themselves can't benefit from in any way, shape, or form. You get what I'm saying, Dylan? If they're documented, they pay income tax, but if they're undocumented, they can't. They don't have a social security number. They don't have a W-2. They don't have shit like that. Their income can't be taxed. But they do pay sales taxes whenever they buy something. And Marissa, you're not wrong, but I'm going to avoid that subject for now. Just to be clear, I'm right there with you, Marissa, but I'm going to avoid that subject for now. But I will say this on that note before I move on. We really need to stop pretending everyone gives a shit about the laws, because I guarantee we've all broken the fucking law. I guarantee, and any one of you in this chat right now who says you never violated the law, you are a fucking liar.
They have absolutely sped on the interstate.
If you've ever sped on the interstate, if you ever fucking urinated in public because, you know, there's no bathrooms nearby, you really need to pee or some shit like that. If you ever jaywalked, which is a crime damn near everywhere. If you've ever loitered, if you ever fucking, again, speeding is the big one. That's the most common one that everyone breaks.
Shit, people break it so much that even like the police, and it's taught in the driving courses that just go the speed of the traffic. It is objectively safer to go the speed of the traffic.
You're taught to go the speed of the traffic, even if everyone's speeding. We've all broken the law, so this notion that people need to be deported because they are illegal or they're breaking the law is bullshit. It's bullshit. We do, Marissa. My argument with regards to immigration, legal or otherwise, is for one, let's stop pretending like we're all law-abiding citizens, for one. Let's stop pretending like breaking the law is the worst thing you can fucking do, because it's not. Blake Jones, good to see you. Let's just dispense with the notion that we're all law-abiding citizens and we have any right to judge a motherfucker who's desperate and came here via illegal channels, so to speak.
I'm gonna be in pain. Because things are happening, and I'm gonna be in a lot of pain.
Well, try to avoid that pain. Avoid the pain, my brother. Avoid it. It's not good for you.
Sir, I have a charger that's running dead at me that wants my booty cheeks.
Fuck it hell. Skytrap, Blake Jones, how we doing today? It takes it, yeah, Blake Jones, the legal way to become a documented American, a full-fledged citizen, takes at least 10 years minimum. That's fucking insane, don't y'all think?
Now, one thing that I did used to say years ago was that, yes, get rid of the people who are here like without being documented, like quote illegally and all that stuff. But in the same breath, we need to make the process to become a United States citizen far easier than it currently is,
and far less expensive. It costs an arm and a leg to actually become a
that's the reason why these people are in so much danger. Like with all these with these coyotes and whatnot, is because it's so fucking annoying and so fucking expensive to become a United States citizen.
They're easily taken advantage of by not just coyotes, but by employers who waive their employees' legal status in front of them, saying, "Hey, Jose, you want to complain about your working conditions and your low pay? Well, I'll just have you deported. I'll call ICE." Cruising Vibes Coyote is just a nickname for smuggler, a human smuggler, the people who smuggle humans into America. Coyote is a nickname they were given. Let me look around.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory.
Take care, Blake Jones.
The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from.
Right on. Well, if you want to hang out anytime, Blake Jones, you know where to find me.
Because Rico, my thought process for that years ago was that you take the concerns of both sides and you compromise, and that would be the compromise.
You can tell me why
you can get rid of them, but this needs to be significantly easier. Like, that was the thought process when I thought of that years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen.
Because let's be honest, you ain't gonna unless you have like single party control. You're not gonna do something without compromise. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Manfred.
Emma, good morning. Good afternoon.
Slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The Elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the Blight. And they've
hard to do vetting for 21 million people. Let me see. I don't even know if that number is correct, Dylan, but either way, we're able to do it.
Watchers never depart Navarra.
There are 300 plus million people in America.
I'd be delighted to assist.
And we manage and govern over 300 million plus people. We can handle vetting.
Well, yes, but
even if 21 million is the accurate number, we can handle vetting that many people. Ems, how you doing?
I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook
it's not
needs an
impossible.
expert, none
America
are
can
better
handle
qualified than
a
I.
lot more than a lot more than we give it credit.
I mean, shit, if we can handle the Berlin airlift, we can handle that.
You're good in a fight.
Yeah, I know, Dylan. America is a series of... Our individual states are bigger than whole countries around the world, Dylan.
Come, Manfred.
It's crazy, I know, when you really think about it. Our individual states are bigger than whole countries.
Was at peace again.
And we manage all these fucking people.
Adventure.
I think we can handle some immigrants. I think we can handle some immigrants.
Rico, the United States is just 50 different countries in a trench coat trying to act like one.
Exactly, like 50 different countries.
Well, let me rephrase that. 50 different war tribes.
Exactly. Thank you, Cruising Vibes. I love dog tags too.
Would soon bring him face to face with the.
Oh, for sure, Dylan. The paperwork is a fucking nightmare, I bet. The paperwork for bringing people in on top of managing who's already here is a fucking nightmare to manage. I don't envy anyone who I don't envy the government employees who have to manage it. I really don't.
They may get paid a lot. Shit.
But there's a reason why they get paid so much money. If the USPS can handle shipping out mail to every motherfucker in this country, we can handle bringing people in. We can handle the paperwork of bringing people in. The USPS is fucking awesome.
There's one thing that's wild to me
What's that?
about USPS. So, the makers of the trucks are the same fuckers that make B2 Spirit. Like, that's the wild thing to me. Is like, damn, they really do be on the delivery timing. Either they're delivering bombs or packages. Or in some cases, both.
Mm-hmm. Think about the paperwork to do just to register a car. Not think about the paperwork to investigate. Oh yeah, it's a mountain of paperwork per person, Dylan. It's a mountain. But 10 years minimum, that still seems excessive. 10 years minimum to make someone a full-fledged citizen still seems excessive. At least to me.
That is excessive. Because, like, yes, there is a naturalization process. But let's be honest here. The naturalization process shouldn't be that long. Hell, the average American isn't going to be able to answer answer some of the questions that's on that test.
Oh yeah.
You know? And this is what I've said before, and I'm still standing by it. If there are questions on the test that the average American cannot answer, like the average motherfucker that's on the street that can't answer it, it shouldn't be on that test.
Yeah, the average Joe couldn't answer half the fucking questions on the naturalization test. Garen fucking teed.
Don't sit here and ask me like what the hell the 6th president of the United States is. I'm not gonna fucking know that shit. I should, but I'm not.
We should know who all our presidents were, but goddamn, you'd be crazy to expect any American to know that.
And let's be perfectly honest, we have a shit ton of presidents. Correct me if I'm wrong, but under normal circumstances, doesn't the United States have the largest line of leaders ever? Just ignoring any changes due to.
Yeah.
Well, no. Ignoring any changes to say fucking a war causing the leader to die or some shit like that. I'm talking about just from natural election processes and stuff like that. Doesn't the United States have the biggest?
Yes.
It's it's just gonna keep getting bigger. So to expect any American to know just some random fucking president off the top of their head, nah. That's unreasonable. And it is unreasonable for us to expect that from anyone trying to become American, since we don't even fucking know it.
We don't even fucking know this shit.
Hell, half of us can't even fucking read right. Why are we expecting some immigrant who English ain't even their first language to be able to do that shit?
Bingo.
Come on.
But yeah. I can talk, as far as politics goes, y'all, I can talk about this shit all day. So if there's anything in particular you want to talk about that you might find rather irksome or a hot topic or whatever the case may be, don't hesitate to bring it up. I'll talk about it. I'm done hiding from politics. I'm over that now. I took a break from it for a good long while because that's what I started in my content creation journey. I took a break from it, focused on gaming. But I want to get back into talking politics and on top of still doing my gaming. So if there's anything in particular y'all want to talk about, don't hesitate to bring it up.
Well, Rick, at the very least, you can see that, I'm not a diehard Republican, and I'm also not a diehard Democrat. I don't support either party. I support the policies that I think would actually benefit me and the rest of the country.
Right on. I haven't played Diablo 4. I have not played Diablo 4, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you whether or not it's underrated. I'm sorry.
Rico, that shriek was just simply because I didn't realize that somebody threw a 500-kilogram bomb near me, and I
Oh,
saw the projectile hit the ground. I was like, shit!
You just barely got out of there.
No, I didn't. I did not make it out of there. My body parts are all over the fucking place. I think my leg might be stuck in a tree.
Good lord, my brother. Good lord. Dylan, I think I'll give it a shot someday. Bell, are you still there?
Ow.
I feel like I might have scared him off.
I mean, listen, like sometimes, man, they just stop responding, but sometimes they may not agree with you and just might leave, which is fine.
Fair enough. It is what it is.
Like, let's be honest, there are some things that you and I both disagree on, but like it's not part of my identity. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Now, if you did believe something that was fundamentally against like my actual like core beliefs, then it's just like we may or may not have a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, you don't believe in anything that's like completely against my core beliefs.
I haven't believed in anything crazy yet.
No, not crazy. Bad Biosphere, you're not allowed to spit at him. That's my job.
Who? I shouldn't.
Oh, Rico.
You said
what?
Hold on. Dylan says, "Can we agree that regardless of what ICE is doing, they shouldn't be being attacked?" Let me ask you a question, Dylan. If some guys roll up to your house, masked, unmarked van, guns fucking ablazing, they roll up to you and they just start arresting you, what would you do?
Now, Rico, what he is likely talking about is active targeting, like the ICE employees, like going out to their headquarters and then shooting. I think that's what he's like. I think that's what he means when he says that he believes that they shouldn't be targeted.
You're not taking shit to court, Dylan. The whole point is that if some masked dudes rolled up to you in an unmarked van with guns ablazing and started just fucking grabbing you and to throw you in their van to take you to God knows where, what makes you think you're going to be able to take anything to court? What makes you think you have due process anymore?
I mean, we're going to be perfectly honest with you. That, like, I may be paranoid, but, like, you may call me paranoid, but shit, that's one of the reasons why I carry a pistol with me all the time.
I swear to God, because I know what I do. I know what I do if some random bozos and wearing masks and an unmarked van tried to fucking grab me, I'd fight them on the spot.
So I ain't gonna know with y'all, and if I am, y'all gonna lose some teeth.
I'm not about to just get thrown in your van and wait for you to figure out whether or not I'm a fucking citizen for you to release me. What the fuck?
And let's be honest, you wouldn't even know that that's what they're there for.
You wouldn't even know. What do I have to do? Carry my fucking birth certificate on me now, so I don't get rounded up by some fucking mass bozos?
Random fucking dude.
But you don't know who it is. Keita, good to see you. Zoom, same to you. You don't know who it is. You don't know who's trying to round you up, so can you blame anyone for fighting back? Dylan, this is what I'm asking you. Would you really just get in the van? These people got guns pointing at you. You don't know who they are. You don't know where this van's going. You're just gonna hope they made a mistake and release you. That's just what you're gonna do.
But Rico, that's what I was saying. That what I think he was talking about was like active targeting of
I know what you mean. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna support domestic terrorism. I would never defend that. I would never advocate for it. But can you blame anyone for fighting back? Should they find
absolutely not?
Should they find themselves about to be rounded up by some mass bozo, some unnamed mass bozos trying to throw you in the back of a unmarked van to take you to wherever the fuck they want to take you. You may point that out, Zoom. It is a good thing to point out. It's awesome that they do that.
Do what?
That Mexico's natural disaster teams often help the U.S. out. Has for fucking ever now.
I agree. That is a good thing.
Dylan, what you're saying is basically it's okay to round up citizens so long as you catch some illegal citizen illegals along the way. It's okay.
That is inherently against my personal beliefs.
That's what you're arguing, is that it's okay if we accidentally round up the wrong people so long as we get some of the right people too. Do you understand?
That's equivalent.
Because that's what you're saying, Dylan. Like, do you understand that that's what you're saying? So you'd be
that
okay.
That is equivalent to guilty. Like, that's equivalent to guilty until proven innocent. And that is inherently against my personal beliefs.
So you that's what I'm saying. So you'd be okay with being thrown into a van and deported to fucking El Salvador until they figure out that, hey, we weren't supposed to deport this guy?
And they're not going to let you go.
Because, hey, at least they got some of the illegals. Yeah, they got me by accident, but they're not getting released.
Don't forget, El Salvador is not letting them go.
Dylan, sometimes they're released the same day. Most of the time, they're not. Most of the time, they sit in the detention center for days to weeks on end. They're not released the same day most of the time. And exactly, Zoom. That's just racial profiling. That is what it is. That's what it boils down to, is racial profiling. We might get the right guy. No, he wasn't a citizen of El Salvador. He's back. Abregi, I don't know how to say his fucking name, but the guy, I know who you're talking about, Kilmar Abregi or some shit. He was not an El Salvadorian citizen. He's back. He's back in America. Spider, good to see you. Because he's an American citizen.
I hope they didn't do anything real crazy to him.
A Haitian guy got deported recently. A guy that's born here, but he was deported to Haiti. His parents were both military, and he was born in America, but he got deported to Haiti. So me being a black man, should I have to fear that, or should I take solace in that, hey, if they round me up, at least they maybe caught some fucking actual illegals along the way? Should I? Fuck no. Oh yeah,
Rico, they're gonna send you to Uganda.
They're gonna send my ass to Uganda, and then realize, oh shit, he was born in America. Oh, my bad, bro. No, fuck that. How about they stop?
So fuck you, I'm staying in Uganda.
How about they stop with the fucking racial profiling? And yes, Zoom, yeah, you're safe, Zoom. You're white. If you're white, there are white illegal immigrants, but they don't go after them. That's what that is effective. Dylan, that is effectively what you're saying. What Marissa just saying, what Marissa just said, to deport every person of color and just hope they figure it out later. So long as we get the illegals, it's okay to deport the citizens. That's not.
I'm gonna laugh if they deport Elon Musk.
But white undocumented citizens have been completely untouched. By the way, I don't know if you knew that one. By the way, Dylan, I'm not trying to be hostile towards you. I'm just saying what I'm saying.
Rico is passionate. It's passionate, not hostile.
It's passion, not hostile. No hostility.
Also, Rico, don't forget, we're gonna get you a VR headset someday.
That would be pretty nice. I'd
We're,
love one.
we're gonna get you a VR headset. We're gonna make you play the Forest.
I don't know. Okay, hold on. Calm down.
Hey, you're the one that agreed to that October shit. You remember that, don't you, Rico?
Fucking hell. I did agree to that. Fuck.
I have an elephant's memory, Rico.
Yeah, by the way, everybody, we definitely lost Bell. Only the reason we got into this conversation was because of him, and he disappeared.
That's unfortunate.
Zoom, fuck you too. Why's everybody?
Wait, what happened? What's wrong with Zoom? Cause I'm not in your chat. I'm in my kitchen.
He said he doesn't like the new format, and no one fucking does. I don't know why.
New format of what? Like your stream?
Of my stream. No one fucking likes it.
What's wrong with it?
The size and shape, the way it looks on TikTok.
Ah.
I had vertical, and I shrunk my camera and maxed out the game, but it looks stretched. Nobody fucking likes it.
Oh, Rigo. Speaking of TikTok, did you hear that? Did you hear that ByteDance is maybe working on a US version of TikTok?
Yes, I did. M2. It's supposedly going to be called.
Interesting.
How's this, Zoom? Fuck. Everybody's a goddamn critic. I don't know how to make it not stretched. Mexican, good to see you, buddy. And Dylan, I understand your concern, what you're saying with regards to human error. But this isn't human error. This is deliberate targeting. This is deliberate racial profiling. This isn't what they're doing isn't a mistake. The rounding up of undocumented citizens and documented citizens is not a mistake. It's deliberate policy. It's not a mistake. I know we like to believe that the innocents getting rounded up it's just an accident. It's just human error. They don't really mean to. No, they mean to. Because the foundational belief behind the anti-immigrant sentiment in this country, for a lot of people, more particularly the head of it all, Stephen Miller, is white nationalism. They do not. Stephen Miller, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He is a white nationalist. He is 100% a white nationalist who does not want non-white immigrants in this country. And so he has demanded a device to deport 3,000 people per day. Tell me how you're going to be able to pull that off without rounding up innocent people along the way. Tell me how that's even remotely fucking feasible without rounding up innocent people along the way. Space Jam Guard,
Rico,
Debo, Tocom, Mexican. Good to see all y'all, by the way. And what's up, Ragnar? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I do have a good question for you because I'm actually curious. So you know the whole thing that a lot of people on the right be saying about how Obama's nickname was Deporter in Chief. Did he actually deport like a shit ton of people?
He did, yes.
Or is that just like fake news?
No,
Okay.
that he earned that nickname.
So my question to you is this: Is your attitude currently related to ICE deporting people the same one that you had when during Obama's presidency, when his group was deporting people?
I didn't know. Dusty, good to see you. During Obama's presidency,
do you think it would have been?
I think it would have been, yes.
Okay.
Oh, they did, Dylan, yeah. Obama and Clinton deported 4 times more than Trump ever has. Well, Trump 1.0. Trump 2.0 is cranking this shit up to God to godlike levels. It's insane. But no, I would have held the same principles back then if I was politically aware back when Obama was president. But I was young. I was dumb. I didn't give a shit about anything but me. But that was then.
I'm not gonna lie, I voted for Obama because he was black.
A lot of people did. Anyone who says otherwise is a goddamn liar.
Because I was sitting here like, finally, a black guy as president. Send him.
Let's go. Yeah. I want to see a woman president. Oh. In sync. Good to see you. Yeah, Dylan, you're thinking of Trump 1.0. With Trump 2.0 he still got 3 more years to deport people. And if ICE keeps the pace what they've done, he will have deported more people than Obama and Clinton combined. And it won't even be close. Also, Dusty, how you been? Born Without Permission, good to see you. Anti-air, same to you. Ashton, long time no see.
Rico, maybe early, but it's also smoothie time.
Smoothie, sounds good.
Listen, I'm hungry. This is the healthiest thing I can eat. That won't affect me too much with my weight loss. You know what I mean?
Amen to that. And Dylan, we already had a process to keep the good ones. We did. Trump broke it. We already had a process. We were already keeping the good ones. We were already keeping good immigrants who weren't breaking the laws or hurting anybody and such and such. We were already doing that. Yeah, the process was slow and expensive, but we were already doing it. And in Trump 2.0, with Stephen Miller at the helm, said, fuck that, get rid of all of them. All of them. Legal, illegal, documented, undocumented, they couldn't give a fuck less about the distinction. Criminal, a gang member, they couldn't care less. Get rid of all of them. That is that is what's happening. Ashton, oh, he's gone now. One day, Cruising Vibes, one day. I am incredibly hungry. I should get some yogurt. This diet sucks!
Rico, you should make the smoothie that I have.
I would love to make a smoothie. I got yogurt. I just don't have a blender.
Well, that's the fun part. You don't even need yogurt. Not for this.
Oh?
Oh, yeah, all you need is frozen banana, frozen strawberry, frozen blueberry, and really cold milk. That's it. That's all the ingredients.
And a blender, dog. You forgot the fucking blender!
Rico, I expect you, as the strong, independent black man, to be able to crush this shit with your hands.
Oh my god. To crush it, just crush it all together. Bam! Smoothie.
I expect the man who's attempting to emulate Baki to be able to do that.
Fucking shit. And Dusty, I'm not gonna use my dick as a blender. That's not how that works. I don't have a blender. I don't have a blender setting down there, dog. And I did, Spider. I did. It's fun to play with friends, but not by myself.
The dick is a blender. That's a good one.
You just gotta spin. Dylan's like, yo, you just gotta spin it real fast. I can't spin that fast. I can't spin it that fast. Hey, I know I got mostly men up in here. Marissa, I'm sorry for asking this to everybody, but who here has spun their dick around? I have. I admit it. I've spun my dick around for funsies.
If you fucking didn't, then you're a liar.
I feel like we've all done it at least once.
Absolutely, especially when we was a kid. Like being a dumbass kid, learning about it. Of course, we fucking did.
He won't tell you, Marissa? Fucking liar. He's a liar, Marissa. He's done it. He's a
damn liar.
You know, like, Marissa, these things are like pool noodles. Are you kidding me? This thing is awesome to spin around to windmill sometimes. Dylan says it's how you dry off after the shower. I fucking windmill that shit to dry it off. Speaking of which, Marissa, I've said this a lot recently, but I'll say it again. If I was a woman with big tits, I would be the most obnoxious motherfucker alive. I would make it everyone's problem that my tits are so big. I swear to God. On God. Just as I windmill my dick, I would be the most obnoxious woman alive. Like, we get it, you have big tits, Jesus. I'm like, and don't you forget it. What? Are you okay, buddy?
Check your DMs.
Check it now.
Googly eyes.
Oh my Jesus. Goddamn right. I would do that.
I was about to say, I feel like you would absolutely do that.
I would do that without a fucking moment of hesitation. All right, everybody. This has been a very spirited. Yeah, of course, Dylan. There's no hate. But this has been a very spirited conversation, and it's made me even hungrier than I already was. So I'm going to take a short break and go make some yogurt, have some light snacks and such, because dieting sucks. I will be back in about an hour or two. I'm gonna watch some Hajime no Ippo. So everybody, have a good rest of your day. I will see you when I come back, hopefully, and if I don't, y'all take care, okay?